Welcome back to Top 10 Everything. Today, we're diving deep into human history to count down the top 10 inventions that completely changed the world. From ancient tools that sparked civilization to modern tech that connects billions. These breakthroughs are the reason our lives look the way they do today. And you'll want to stick around, because our number one pick might just be in your pocket right now. Let's kick things off at number 10 with the wheel. It's hard to imagine life without it, right? Invented around 3500 BC in Mesopotamia. The earliest wheels weren't for getting around, they were solid wooden discs used by potters to shape clay. A fun fact for you, the first known use of a wheel was for pottery, not transport. It wasn't until about 2000 BC that spoked wheels showed up on chariots, completely revolutionizing warfare and long-distance trade. From ox carts to race cars, it all started with a simple circle. Rolling into number 9, we have the printing press. But for the 1440s, books were rare, expensive, and copied by hand. Then, Johannes Gutenberg introduced his revolutionary movable type press in Germany. The very first major book printed, the Gutenberg Bible, was a massive undertaking with 1,286 pages that took 3 years to produce. But the impact was immediate. Within just 50 years, over 1,000 printing presses were operating across Europe, making knowledge accessible to the masses and fueling the fire of the Renaissance. And number 8, let's talk about electricity. The concept isn't new. The ancient Greeks knew about static electricity as far back as 600 BC, when Thales of Miletus noticed rubbing amber with fur created a spark. But it took centuries for us to harness it. Benjamin Franklin's legendary kite experiment in 1750 to prove that lightning was a form of electricity. Today, our world runs on it. Global electricity consumption is a staggering 25,000 terawatt-hours annually. That's enough power to light up our entire civilization. Next up, at number 7, is the telephone. Mr. Watson, come here. I want to see you. Those were the first words ever spoken over a telephone by its inventor, Alexander Graham Bell, when he patented it in 1876. Back then, it was a marvel. By the year 1900, there were over 1.3 million telephones in the United States alone. Fast forward to today, and that number seems tiny. There are now more than 6.5 billion mobile subscriptions worldwide, connecting almost every corner of the globe in an instant. Coming in at number 6 is the light bulb. While many experimented with electric light, it was Thomas Edison who perfected a practical, long-lasting incandescent bulb in 1879. Here, Essa not so bright. Fun fact, an old-school incandescent bulb is incredibly inefficient. Only 10% of its energy creates light. The other 90% is just wasted as heat. Thankfully, modern LEDs have flipped that script. They are 80% more efficient and can last for an incredible 25,000 hours, lighting up our world without burning out. Taking off at number 5, we have the airplane. The dream of flight is as old as humanity itself, but it became a reality on a windy day in 1903. The Wright brothers' first flight lasted just 12 seconds and covered a mere 120 feet shorter than the wingspan of a modern Boeing 747 today. A Boeing 787 Dreamliner can fly over 10,000 miles non-stop. Air travel has shrunk our planet, moving more than 4 billion passengers across continents every single year. And number 4, we have the computer. The idea of a programmable machine dates back to 1833 with Charles Babbage's analytical engine, though it was never actually built. The first electronic general-purpose computer, ENIAC, was completed in 1945. It was a monster, weighing 30 tons and filled with 18,000 vacuum tubes. Now, think about the device you're watching this on. Computers have become so integral to our lives that over 92% of the world's currency exists only digitally, on computer servers. Cracking our top 3, at number 3, is the internet. It all began as a military project called ARPANET in 1969. The very first message sent was supposed to be gain, but the system crashed after just 2 letters. So the first message was low. How fitting. The internet as we know it began to take shape in the 80s and 90s, especially after Tim Berners-Lee invented the World Wide Web. Today it's a global phenomenon with over 5.4 billion people online sharing ideas, connecting, and creating. In the runner-up spot at number 2, we have vaccines. In 1796, a country doctor named Edward Jenner made a groundbreaking discovery. He used a small dose of cowpox to protect a boy from the deadly smallpox virus, creating the world's first vaccine. Before this, smallpox was a terrifying killer, wiping out 3 out of every 10 people it infected. Thanks to a global vaccination campaign, smallpox was completely eradicated by 1980 today. Modern immunizations continued this legacy. saving an estimated 4 to 5 million lives every single year. And finally, the number one invention that changed the course of human history is the smartphone. The very first one, IBM's Simon, debuted way back in 1994 with a touchscreen and email capabilities. It was a glimpse of the future. There are over 3.8 billion smartphones in use. They're not just phones. They're our cameras, our navigators, our entertainment hubs, and for many, our lifeline to the world. It's a computer, a telephone, and the internet, all rolled into one device that fits in your hand. And that's our list. From the wheel to the web, these 10 inventions have truly shaped our world. Which one do you think had the biggest impact? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this countdown, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing top 10s. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.